Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the Invasion Nation Morning Show. Oh, good night. You can tell it's Monday because Streamlabs was fucking with me bad. But anyways, you are on the Invasion Nation Morning Show, brought to you by yours truly, Redneck. Also brought to you in part by Romaine Burt, my agencies, my dudes, the top-notch people that they are. If you got a business, you owe these people a call. Unless you don't want to make any more money than you're already making. I mean, I wouldn't call them either if I couldn't handle the money I already got. But if you need some help making some more of that money, you need to talk to these people. They're good at it. Also, Mill Pond Salon, scenic downtown New London. Uh, uh, yeah, as you guys see, I'm already growing in. Maybe since Tech's got to shave his beard off and Matt's got to shave his beard off, maybe I should grow mine out. I should grow mine out. Get a jump start on the whole situation. Maybe I can get a sponsored beard. Also, big shout out to KJ's Quick Stop and Iams Garage for keeping me rolling on a daily basis. Let's give out the good mornings. Who do we got rolling in here? Redneck Tech, first one on deck. All right, good to see you, brother. Good morning. Jerry, good morning. Never back down. Good to see you. Gus, Chad, and Matt Ram, good morning. Chris, Rich, Penny LaRue, good morning. Uh, Terry, good morning. North Dakota Born, good morning. Bleeding Soul, good morning. Chad, good morning. I probably already said your name. Trans Am, good morning. Yeah, I think I got everybody. Gus says no, 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 no. Oh, I was definitely fishing. Shit, Father's Day, we did no cameras, no deal fishing, but I also used the opportunity to test some stuff out. Those of you guys have seen Saturday, I was doing some fishing and trying to figure out what is going on with the boat. Again, this thing will take off. It'll run mint and run perfect. Get it out on the lake. I'll get it fixed in the garage. We'll get it out on the lake, and she'll just take off and run. And then we go to start it up again on the lake, and it doesn't want to do squat. So, rip coffee tastes like crap. Need to clean the pot. Damn. Boss lady, good morning. Good to see you. Um, no to the beard growing. Why? All right. So let me explain to you what happened here since we were last here on Friday. Um, Travel's packed up and tested his equipment for the trip. Right on. So let me explain to you what happened since Friday. So I did the route Friday. Got back. Went out to Tech's place and picked up the signal booster. And of course, Shane, have you tried the deeper ball in summertime? Yep, works absolutely phenomenal. Love it. I just don't have an extra device to run it while I'm streaming. That's the shit part. So, anyways, I go to check of course, like a kid in a candy store. I'm like, I'll just hook it up tomorrow. Fuck it, I got it here now. So I'm up. I start a stream at like 10:30 at night, and I sit up all night until literally almost 3:15 in the morning, setting this thing up, learning how to figure it out, so I can transfer it from one spot to the next. You know, from vehicle to boat, boat to vehicle, that kind of stuff. Go through all that. Get out on the lake, and it's like, all right, it's making. First, I test it, and it's making no, as far as bar strength, it's making no difference on my phone. Get out on the lake. It is making no difference as far as uh, bars on my phone. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go fishing. Start having the issues with the boat again. I'm like, well, you know what? We'll just be done for the day. Load up, and we figure, all right, let's try it out. So we go back to the spot that I really want to go to and do some fishing and cutting out. So then the tech's like, I get the tech on the phone. I'm like, I don't know if this thing's working. He's like, bring it over. We'll speed test it. Okay. So we go over to Tech's house Saturday, over there, and literally him and I probably spent 2 to 3 hours on the phone with our various phone providers to get shit done. During, I don't know what's so happy about a Monday, but if it's what turns your crank, brother, we're all on it. So, needless to say, we found out I have 6 towers. Literally, I have six Verizon towers right around me. Okay? I mean, literally, I could probably piss on them from my house. They're that close. And yet I have no upload speed. I was at 0.06 when Tech tested it. I was at 0.5 with the booster on. So it's like damn near 1,000 times better. Damn near 1,000 times better. Yeah. With the booster on, but I'm still going from shit to shit. I forgot what Tech said. I needed something like a 5 or 7 upload speed on my phone in order to make this work and work properly. So then we put in a ticket through Verizon after we finally go through it all. I got the tech on the phone with Verizon, at least 5. So I get the tech on the phone with Verizon, and poor tech was having issues with his phone company too. He had a guy that apparently spoke very good English but didn't understand it. So our streams were very wishy-washy by the end of the day Saturday. We were cutting in and out and shutting stuff off and turning stuff on, trying to figure stuff out. So I apologize to those who kept tuning in and out Saturday. I greatly apologize for that, but welcome to our world and behind the scenes and going through this stuff nonstop. And then here's the worst part. Tech is on the phone with this guy, right? And I'm streaming from our streaming phone. And he's got it turned at a funny angle, so it's shining up underneath his beard. And all you can see is he looks like he literally has a hand up his ass, and he's just a puppet at this point in time when you're looking at him on the screen. And I could not stop laughing. I literally had to go out of the room so I could stop laughing, and I could not quit laughing. Bubba, good morning. Justin, good morning. MN Trash, good morning. Good to see you. Yeah, that's why I don't have good service because the Verizon towers in my area suck, and there's a lot of them. I mean, legitimately, you can stand in my yard and see one. The Lake Nunya where I fish from, I pointed out to you guys on stream. Look, right there's a Verizon tower, and it's a legit Verizon tower, by the way. It's a legitimate Verizon tower. And finally, after they figured out it's not my phone, it's not anything my phone is doing. I mean, literally, Tech is spending all day with this guy on there. And it's like, okay. And I told the guy, I said, for $350 a month, man, I shouldn't be having a call. Well, I'm the only streamer in the area, that's why. And I got an asshole for a tech guy, but he's very good at what he does. And when he doesn't get what he wants, he gets to be very assholish. So get it fixed. So they're supposed to be getting it fixed. The ticket is processed through according to the text messages they sent me. It has been assigned. So, see if I've gotten any updates on that really quick. As of 5:05 yesterday, I should have an update by 5 o'clock today as far as what they're doing. Too close to him? No, that should not be the issue. Because I literally can get out far enough away from him. Water. So what was going on? It's their towers. Their towers are having a serious issue. But here's my point. Even out in my front yard, no lake around me. Even out in my front yard, okay. All right, Chad. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Making them dirt roads. Good way to kick off a Monday morning. Okay. The thing is even in my front yard, I used to think it was my house, but even in my front yard, like literally right now, I get a bar service in the basement. And I used to think it's because my house is center block and center block and rebar. But you get out my front yard, it's the exact same result. Get out my backyard, it's the exact same result. But you can hit a couple spots in my garage where you get full service. Makes absolutely no sense to me. So I'm hoping they get it fixed. I really do. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna have to end up switching phone providers, which is gonna suck because I've had the same one since I've been out of prison. So, but after seeing text phone and the stats that are put on it, it's just yeah. J-Joe, good morning. Good to see you. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Navidral? I'll go with that. Good morning. Navidral? Is that... you can tell it's Monday morning. I'm pretty sure I've pronounced it before, but... yeah. So anyways, with that being said, then Sunday, Lolly and I, for Father's Day, my mother-in-law got me a fillet knife. I have heard a lot of bad things, about the Skinsit that I wanted to try out oh so badly. They went to go pick it up from Cabela's, and the guy at Cabela's like, listen, we did an in-store demonstration here with this thing, and it literally turns the fish meat to mush. He said it's just not a good machine. So I personally switched from Straight Talk or Verizon to Straight Talk. My issue with Straight Talk is the data drops off so damn bad. After you run through the first 10 gigs on their unlimited, the data drops off so bad and the phones are so outdated. Yeah. So I don't know. I may end up having to switch providers. We'll see what happens. Oh, so Sunday I go out, and not only do I got the fillet knife. If you guys look in the background there, that right there, we're gonna name him Tater Tot or Tater, same as the dog. My niece made this Voyager for an art contest, and he's holding on to a whole thing of fish back there. So that's gonna be old Tater, the Voyager, Tater the Voyager. Yeah. So, I'm showing the new mascot right now. Look at her. She's all worried about, oh, look at the mascot. Look at the mascot. I have Cricket. Here's the problem. The phones, like, you take Redneck Tech's phone. He's got the new Samsung Galaxy S10. This thing is ridiculous on the camera. The latest YouTube videos, if you guys look at our first ones and the ones now, you look at the YouTube videos and you look at the camera difference, it is insane. I have Straight Talk and I like it. The biggest issue that I'm having with these prepaid phones is the phones and the camera setups in them. Because even mine, the S8 Plus, going from the Note 5 to the S8 Plus was a huge jump in camera quality. Now you look at Tech's phone, when we're streaming from his phone, going from the S8 Plus to the S10 is just ridiculous. Good morning, Ruger wife. I bet you really hate being at work today. Whole week off just to go back to the madness. That's the phone I have. The camera's crazy office. They're crazy awesome. Yeah. So I didn't get the results yet from how did Ruger's son fare out? How's the team doing? Are they in? They in the top 40? Um yeah, the camera on these new S10s are absolutely ridiculous. Normally you don't notice a whole lot of improvement, but uh, you don't notice a whole lot of issues. Or the cameras, you usually don't notice a whole lot, but there is a defining. There was 30 second yesterday, still today and tomorrow for shooters. Gonna be pretty tight. Man, keep them in your prayers. Yeah, that's really tight already. Uh so I mean, yeah, I could bring my phone over there, but I don't know. I just found it better to be with an actual carrier. I know it's cheaper in a lot of ways, but uh I found it to be better done and better said uh to be with an actual full time carrier. I like being with Verizon because one, I have a corporate store right here in Wilmer that I can go to. So when I have issues with my account and I have issues with my phone and things like that, I can go right there and get things taken care of. Not to mention, Verizon is also stepping up the game to where you get an in store replacement for your phone. I mean, their customer service is second to none. Their customer service is absolutely awesome. I've never had an issue with it, and I'm tech stupid. Ask the tech, man. I'm an idiot, and they have managed to keep me learning how to use these newer phones on a regular basis. So, uh, Rich, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Making them dirt road dollars, way out yonder, having them holler. So Sunday, I went out and did the fishing. Caught some bass, caught some sunfish. We kept a couple to bring home to eat. Filleted them out, and tested the trolling motor. The trolling motor battery. See, I thought maybe that all the extra charging devices are pulling a serious draw on these batteries, and which they are, because with the charging devices on, I get about 2 hours per battery out in the boat with the trolling motor running all the time. Um, Without them, I get a little over 3. So we found out that yeah, I'm gonna have to install some more batteries in the boat. So I'm gonna have to get the boat fixed first. I look for Verizon personally. My husband was driving, hauling gravel and hot mix. A lot of guys didn't have any reception in the pits, but my husband did. Very few places that I don't get coverage. Yeah. And here's the thing. For me, Verizon, as far as talking and text coverage, has been absolutely phenomenal. I have been all over this country with it. I've been all over with it. Yeah, I've been all over with it. Absolutely love it. I know where there's a couple of dead spots on my route, and actually, what I'm going to do today, I'm going to set it up better. Streaming works a lot better in my truck than it does from the wife's Suburban right now. So, uh, Puma in house today. Oh yeah! Gabo Stream 2. All right. Welcome to the Invasion Nation Morning Show. So, Yeah, I've been all over the country with Verizon, and I absolutely have no issues with it. As far as the talk and text service, been very, very good. Even uh, went to South Carolina, and I was a passenger. Being able to watch Netflix on my tablet was really, really nice. So on the way out there and just hang out and do whatever. Um, I have very. I don't really have any other than this. I don't have any complaints about Verizon, and I'm hoping that they will get this fixed. But in the career path and what I want to do, if I have to switch, I'll switch. I mean, as far as doing what I need and want done, so far what I've seen, and T is killing it. And the funny part is Verizon is supposed to have some of the better upload speeds. Um, yeah. So we found all this out. I think I sent the tech a bunch of stuff that we're gonna have to get uploaded on the Twitch page. Oh, look there, sold out of a whole bunch of stuff over the weekend. Good night. Wow, y'all went to town. Y'all went to town ordering stuff. Sold out of a bunch of stuff. Insane. Not sold out. I broke it. Oh, so it's still available. So don't forget to check out. Have you guys seen our new video up? We've got a. I've got a portable air compressor I did a review on. My YouTube Red, the subscription has run out, so if we see a commercial in this, I am sorry. I have to wait for my new card to come. So look there, top dog. People seem to like my reviews, so we got a new one out. I don't have any tires to Nation here with another product review for you. This one I've had for about a year. I had one prior to this, but I gave it away and they kind of switched the design up on me a little bit. So I didn't get a chance to do the review on the other one, but I will tell you this, they made them even better. Not very often you find somebody who's known for cheaper equipment for them to actually make them better. Usually they find a way to make them cheaper. But Slime proved me wrong. Slime has made a huge market in tire care stuff. Most tire guys hate them. I'm an off-road guy. I kind of like them. Job construction guys, construction site guys like them. Slime products, basically, what they're known for is they've got a slime that you put in a tire, and literally, when they show you the demonstrations, they're stabbing an ice pick into a tire, and as the tire rolls over it, it fills the hole. It's like basically having a run flat tire without having a run flat tire. The only problem is most tire shops, when you have it in your tires, they'll charge you. Okay, but did you know that they have? See that? You see the name? Did you see that? Well, what do they got? What are they? Oh, what? What's in the secret case, Redneck? You fat bastard! I'll tell you. It is the Slime mobile air compressor. I absolutely love this thing. This thing is amazing. Okay. I don't know the model number. Oh wait, look at there. Comes with, I didn't even know this was in here. I use this thing all the time. I didn't even know this was in here. It is the 2-time tire inflator, 2 cylinders for maximum power. Part number 40026. Okay. Gives you don't need no fucking instructions. Just know it's a Slime 2-time air compressor, okay? They really wanted you to know the part number on it, but the thing is you can tell what it is. This is a really, really nice setup. It's really fast. I use this thing on my mud truck tires. Unfortunately, I don't have any tires to do this with you with, but it's really nice because the way it stores away, it has a very long hose, which those of you know who've used portable air compressors, hose and cord has always been like one of the number one issues. It's like you'll get to the back passenger side and you got to reroute it. The nice thing about this one is this one has the clips that connect right to your battery. Okay, so when you walk around, do each side of the vehicle, you set your air compressor down on the ground, you walk, do the driver's side, come back to the front, come back around and do the passenger side. Now here's the thing, you say, well that's kind of complicated, I like it on my cigarette lighter. Well, here's the problem with cigarette lighter ones, and I've experienced this. Now they have cigarette lighter ones that work very well, but for me, and I'm always running oversized tires. I'm running larger tires, 10-ply tires, and also on my mud trucks, I'm running 40-inch tires, 35-inch tires, and you run one of them little battery or them cigarette lighter ones, they take forever. This, on the other hand, not only is it 2 times faster, it's a lot easier to use. Okay, here's the other feature I love about this. I want you guys to look at this. I haven't even taken the plastic off this yet. Check that out, by the way. You might be interested in that. So we'll take that off so you guys can see this clearly. There's your tire gauge. So you don't have to have a separate gauge or anything like that. That'll tell you what your tire's at right there, and it's accurate. I've tested it out. Nice thing that I like about this, see that? That screws on and tightens down to your valve stem. So you don't have to sit there and hold it. You don't have to worry about getting it on there just right and flipping the lever on. You push this on there, screw it down, it holds your valve stem. This right here, that's your hose. You can buy extension hoses, by the way. What am I? This is why y'all watch me. Charge! The old one, you used to have to screw it into the machine. This is what Slime has done with this, okay? Not only can you do just regular tires right there, okay? This works the exact same way. You can do it that way. And just put this in, this little bit on the tire, and you're good to go, okay? This works really good in my boat. I have 2 batteries back there for my boat trailer. If I put the spare on, okay, I can just run this down right there. But otherwise, I have an extension hose that you can put on. You don't have to twist the hose because it's the same concept. Look, just screw it on there. Oh, all right, and then boom, like literally. You should not have a problem getting around any vehicle. I can usually do 3 tires, just leaving the air compressor compressed. I can't stretch it out. I mean, we literally have to run the camera back about 5 miles. So, that being said, go find you one of these on Amazon. Great product. Check it out. Till then, keep it cold, keep the bottoms up. Redneck will holler at you later. So, that is our latest review video. Go check it out on YouTube. Tech's got the link up there. Go check it out. The description is in the link. Get them on Amazon. Filmed with the S10 Plus, by the way. That is what I absolutely love about this thing. As soon as I get my thing over here. But that's our latest review video. Yeah, that is all done with the S10 Plus, and then Vapor, our moderator, did the editing on it. Very little editing had to be done, but some things you have to edit out. You know me. Some things you got to edit out for YouTube. But yeah, I actually do legitimately love that air compressor. I've had it for about a year now. It has come in clutch a lot of times out. It come in clutch with the I just brain farted all what I was going to say. I literally just lost it. Just click on the link below the video on YouTube. So, yeah, we'll get credit for it that way also when you order things off of our Amazon links on YouTube. But I've used this thing is coming, this air compressor is coming clutch out mudding. I don't know how many times. You get mud in the valve stem, or the valve stem cap will break, and you get mud in the tire. This thing works great. One thing I didn't point out on it, and I'm sorry that I didn't, I realized it after the fact, is that it does also have a flashlight on it. It has a light on it that you can turn on. Um, and it's a bright SOB, by the way, so you can see what you're doing. I really like the ones. I really like the ones that connect to the batteries, because then you don't have to worry about burning out the system in your car. Uh, uh, yeah. So, the things that have always concerned me about the ones in the 12-volt systems is they can actually blow a fuse in your car. They can be very hard on the electrical system in them, especially if they start getting under load. Where this one connects directly to the battery, and literally, depending on the vehicle you have, like small vehicles, I can damn near go all the way around the whole car. Actually, I can go around the car. If you're good enough, you can flip the hose up and over the car and just bring it to the other side. Uh, it works out absolutely great. I am from central Minnesota. Uh, Slapper the tracker. Yeah, I'm from the United States. So, and it's legitimately, it's compact enough that you can fit it. Keep it in the vehicle. It's not going to be a nuisance. Whether you keep it in the trunk or you keep it behind in the extra storage compartment behind the seat in the truck, I would recommend getting one of those, especially if you're out on the road quite a bit. So, and you'd be surprised how many people I've gone out to tow. My moderator's from Sweden. I don't know a whole lot about Sweden, so I don't have uh, the a whole honest opinion, but I do remember the Swedish bikini team. We love them. Just saying. Guy perspective, can't lie to you. Uh, but yeah, I used to listen to some of their stuff. I mean, I didn't go out of my way to listen to it, but uh, we'll reach back the back axle on a 53. That is honestly going to be pretty close, Matt. That is going to be close. You might have to extend the power cord for that. You might. Otherwise, I know you can get hose extensions for them too. Uh, but it's gonna run close. Like literally, this hose stretches out. No, it's not gonna get to the back of a 53. I'm thinking of the overall length. Figure 20. It's gonna get close, but it's not gonna quite get there. Yeah, not quite gonna get there. I don't think. I don't know. We can try it out on mine sometime, or you can take mine with you sometime and find out. Stretch it out on the truck. America, fuck yeah! Oh, Lolly Invasion back in with another subscription. 4 months on. Uh, so Volvo Hog. Yes, that is the dream ride. So once I get the boat figured out, next weekend the fish house is going to go out and get the drop axles. We're going to look at see what it takes to put drop axles on it, get the holes cut in, so I can start getting that ready. After that, the project is going to be I have the original Redneck Invasion turd. Oh yeah! T Johns is now following. Thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciate it. Yeah, like a lot of people that went to Indian country from Sweden. Basically, USA makes. I actually live in a very heavily populated Swedish area, where I grew up in it actually in Minnesota. Um, it was actually settled by Swedish immigrants pretty heavily. So the uh, the Swedish accent still comes out very prevalent in a lot of the old school guys. So uh, I've got a hose that attaches to a glad hand. Right on. Yeah, I used to have a valve in the back of my air tank that you just plug a regular compressor hose into. Or German. Yeah, there's a lot of Germans. In my area, there's more Swedes. If you got south of us, it was Germans. Uh, no, I'm in central Minnesota. I grew up in central Minnesota, so no, it wasn't Fargo. Here's the other thing. I also found out that well, I'm gonna bring the boat out to Jerry. Jerry Jungers has offered to help me out with the boat. He's pretty good with those things, so we're gonna figure out what the deal is with the motor on this thing and why it's doing what it's doing. I've gone through just about everything I can go through on it. It's kind of out of my wheelhouse at this point in time. And we're gonna get some stuff together. I want to be able to do continuous streaming for you guys. My goal is I want to do a legitimately a 24-hour fishing stream, and well, basically outdoor stream because I'm gonna have to bring the boat in no matter what I've got for batteries. Uh, Fargo is North Dakota and right on the border of Minnesota, so uh, I don't know the model number. I found out I went to go look up the model number on the motor on the boat, and when Matt's dad put this together, he wanted to do it right. So what he did is he took the mounting plate for a Johnson 35 horse. I tracked the model number on it. The transom plate on this thing is for a 35 horse Johnson, electric start, electric choke. Unfortunately, I have a 30 horse Evinrude, and I'm not exactly sure what year it is. Uh, Time to load the squealers. Have a good day, everyone. Probably won't be back till Wednesday. All right, Bubba. You keep the wheels on the pavement. Keep it between the ditches, brother. We'll holler at you later. Don't squish no four wheelers either. It's the time of year and the mega rollers are out there. You can't see them nowheres, no matter what. Uh, I need someone fluent in a Honda 110 to come look at my three wheeler. Anyone in here know anyone? Bit. Trying to think here. I guess I really don't know anybody who, because all my buddies that ride wheelers and stuff, they have to bring their stuff to the dealerships and go to the dealers and have them done. Uh, yeah. Uh, didn't I give you thunder? I want more. uh, my ancestors from Norway came here in 1903. Ugh. Oh. So, in other news, did you guys see that Donald Trump fired 3 out of 5 of his polling staff? I think it was. Maybe by now he's probably fired all of them. I don't know. For leaking information. So he is he's revamping. He's I before the election here. Um, I haven't really had time to research a whole lot this weekend. I was more into just doing some stuff. Just a shot in the dark. Did you check the lower unit oil level once it's warm? Uh, and if it is low, make sure the motor. Yeah, actually, I replaced it myself. I bought the kit. Matt's dad drained it out every year. So when I got it, it was empty, and then I filled it up, and I filled it from the bottom to the top with the kit. So Basically, what'll happen is I'll run this boat. We'll get it out on the lake. This thing will run wide open, and it'll go and it'll go and it'll go, and then we'll back it off, and then we'll run the trolling motor. We'll go to start it and run it again, and it just does not want to go. Like, you can put it in gear and it'll chug all the way across the lake just fine. It'll idle fine. It'll go just fine. We idled this boat out for about 45 minutes yesterday, just leaving it idle to charge the battery, and it idled just fine, never missed a beat. But as soon as you go to give it throttle, it dies out. So, somebody said that there's a thermostat in these motors too that I should check. But yeah. Oh, other than that, you can tell it's Monday. I'm dragging ass. It'll go fine forward or backwards at first, and then you let it sit a while and it won't do it. It won't maintain fuel pressure. Uh, yeah. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm not a Marine guy, so yeah, it's got to have a damn Chevy part on somewhere. All right, guys, we're going to take this first coffee break a little early here. Mother Nature is calling. And yeah, it's time for me to go make my donation to the Bolton and Mink fucked up city water and sewer system. So we'll be right back shortly. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Invasion Nation morning show brought to you by yours truly, Redneck Invasion, powered by Twitch. Twitch doesn't endorse anything I do or anything I say. They just give me a platform to be me, so they definitely get a shout out. Also, shout out to Romaine Berg. If you have a small business or a business period, you owe it to yourself to check these guys out. Simply because of the fact that these guys are absolutely phenomenal. And give them, look them up, give them a holler, see what they can do for you. I bring them with me on every business venture, and they come in with a full blown plan, and they're very good at what they do. Also, check out No Pond Salon, scenic downtown New London. Let Paulina and the ladies, by all means, let Paulina and the ladies take care of you. Hair, nails, skincare, all that stuff, permanent makeup, the whole shebang. They got it all there. Big city experience, small town prices and service. By all means, check out Mill Pond Salon in downtown New London. And then, guys, ladies, it is summertime. I know that, like me and a lot of other people, finances can usually be tight. But there are things you can do quite simply. People can do, Justin, I will trade. You can go to work for me today, and I'll go to work for you. How does that sound? But quite simply, here's what it is. I showed earlier this year that literally for $17, it cost you, what is it, $28 for a fishing license, and $17 for $30. You can actually get out there and do some fishing. Buy you $5 for the bait, and go out and do some fishing. You can do it cheap. You can do it easy. There's YouTube videos online to show you how to fillet fish. I mean, you can seriously do this for dirt cheap. It's $16.61 to buy a Zepco 202. Comes with a bobber, comes with hooks, comes with sinkers, comes with everything you need. I'll sit behind the wheel for a bit. I like driving. Nope, on vacation. Clinton says. I want to go wheeling with the kids. I want to go back to doing some fishing. So, when I get the opportunity to, once I get the boat running right, I'm going to, and I've got to get a couple other pieces of equipment, but just batteries mainly. Once I get that stuff and the boat's ready to go for where I can at least be out on the lake for a few more hours, I am going to do my damnedest to do a 24-hour outdoor stream. Maybe get out there, go out on a Friday night when I get back from work. I want to go back camping and fishing. This work thing is overrated. Be an adult, they said it'll be fun. Oh, yeah. They love it. Our yard is getting packed pretty bad with all the riding going on. Gotta head to Ohio, an oversized load. Well, Matt, we'll be hoping you ain't got to bounce all the way back. Hopefully, they got something for you. So, Matt was my weather reporter over the weekend because he was coming from out west and let me know what the weather was like on his way in. The best part is okay. Lolly and I are coming off the lake yesterday, and of course, somebody was loading. I call them asshole boats. Okay, this is what I call them. I call them asshole boats. And people are like, "Why do you do that?" Okay. Those of you who've watched my stream, you'll see these big, huge, giant ski boats that come out on this little bitty lake that I'm on. Like, literally, you cannot even open these things up full throttle across this lake. But they try. Okay? They try. All right? And here's the... and what they don't take into consideration is how much uh, wave that those big boats cause on that little bitty lake. And for fishermen, it just gets to be an absolutely miserable experience. It's one thing if you're out just cruising around, putting around on the pontoon, doing the whole cruising around, hanging out with the family. But these guys are legitimately opening these boats up wide open. And I'm not kidding you. I am not lying to you when I tell you 3 miles, exactly 3 miles from the entrance. Now, mind you, you got to go back in a half a mile to this entrance. Okay. But 3 miles from that entrance to the other entrance of Green Lake, which is a huge lake. I mean, ginormous lake that you go out and you could do all this stuff on. But no, they come out on this little bitty lake and they bring these big dumbass boats.
Oh yeah!
And yeah. I think somebody's trying to. I'm buying a Daiwa reel soon. That's actually what I'm using. Right now, I'm using the LT2500. It's actually not their top of the line reel, but I'm using that, and it works out quite well. We paid $50 for it at Mel's, and this thing has been working out absolutely phenomenal. I think I'm going to get a different reel. I'm going to put Lolly on this one. She actually likes this one. I got her on a new rod this year. Are out, and they fly by pontoon. Yeah. Uh, just because you have it, you don't have to use it. Well, here's the thing. Even the people that live on the lake, I had spoken to a lady Saturday morning when I'd gone out. I had spoken to a lady who lives on the lake, and they had 3 of them out there at one time, and she'd called the DNR finally because they got tired of them running the lake so hard. They were literally pushing water up on top of the docks. They were making it unsafe for the kids swimming at shoreline. So, Justin, know this. If you come out with a 454 speeder boat, my boat is very well built aluminum in the front, and you're gonna be awfully pissed off when you go to pay for that boat and she does the Titanic. Uh, Green is too cold for some to ski in. Yeah, well, uh, yeah. But the funny part was, is Lolly and I are pulling off the lake, and just as we start heading home, it starts raining. Like they were literally just pulling this boat down on the lake. Now there was a ski boat on the lake yesterday, but like they weren't being disrespectful. The guy was actually bringing his grandkids out, and and it was just like I could understand this coming out to a little lake, and uh, teaching. I mean, we're talking like 4 to 6 year old little girls, and they're on a ski bar, a barefoot bar off to the side, um, and they were literally off to the side of the boat, and he was very very respectful about it. Never opened the boat up once, even when there was nobody skiing on it. Was very respectful about it, and yeah. So, but other than that, Saturday a guy comes out in a big giant ass pontoon, thought he was going to open it up, found out he had way too many people on that pontoon because as soon as he let off that thing, threw up about a 6 foot wave over the back of it. Can't buy a big pontoon and put 100 or 200 horse motor on the back of it and then load it down full of people and then open it up on that little lake and shut down because you go find out water's coming up and over the back. So, not hard to catch a boat. Not on that little lake, it's not. Uh, are not most lakes still a bit chilly? I don't know. There've been people been swimming in the lake since Memorial Day weekend that I've seen. Brent, good morning. Good to see you. Brent, I've got a job for you. I got to get at least one more battery going here. Hopefully, I'll get the links on the Twitch page, or actually the Redneck Tech will when he gets a chance. Poor guy's busy as shit. I keep asking him to do more shit. I'm an asshole. But I got some stuff. Well, you made the Friday night. You made the comment that you like to do wiring better than turning wrenches. I need your help because I'm gonna have to relocate some batteries. I'm gonna have to get some batteries. Musky Fisher, good morning. I'm figuring the way this boat is set up, I'm going to have to run 4 batteries in it. I'm going to have to run one for the streaming equipment in and of by itself, which means I'll have to hook all the outlets to that. I'm going to have 2 for the trolling motor, and then 1 for the main motor is the way it's going to have to work. So, I wish I knew how to run where the generator is, and maybe when I bring it out to Jerry, maybe he knows where it's at. I'm hoping that maybe I can splice in a second charging wire just for the trolling motors, but we'll see. My buddy Brian is stationed in Korea right now. He's right on the North and South Korean border. And
You can do it. Don't look at him. You can make it. You can make it. He's not that fast. He's very fat. You're fat. Hey, bring it back to me. He's like yelling at punch her on the face. In the grass. It's a workout.
oh, he's out there getting his ass handed to him by a dog. That's my buddy Brian. I don't know if you guys can see that, but he's out there messing with one of them guard dogs. He kept sending me videos, kept going, nothing but rice patties out here, man. But, very proud of that guy, by the way. Brian, was one of the guys who was, he was one of those guys that didn't really know what he wanted to do, where he wanted to go in life. Decided to sign up, go to the Army full time. Has been a very good experience for him. He's going to come back and visit in September. So, Tomater 6. Look, I figured that one out. Y'all proud of me. Welcome to the Invasion Nation Morning Show there, Tomater. So, yeah. He's an MP. Stationed at Seoul, with the Air Force. Nice. Yeah, so Brent, once I gotta acquire at least one more battery. I really need to. Talking to a lot of guys who do a lot of boating. Okay, now I went to Advanced Auto Parts, which is usually where I get a lot of my stuff. I go to Advanced Auto Parts in Wilmer. They take pretty good care of me. I get very good prices there. But Tomater and the Lincoln. Tech's probably pretty busy this morning. He hasn't been in here commenting a whole lot, so it's Monday morning, so I'm assuming he's got a shit ton of stuff to do. Yeah. So these guys have all been telling me that these Optimum batteries are pretty much the way to go on a boat. Not only do they last longer, the casings on them are better for temperature. When you get up around 80 degrees, I found out with these marine batteries, especially when they're in an open area like mine, when you get up around 80 degrees, they tend to go through juice a lot faster. And the Optima batteries, because of the fact that they're dry cell marine batteries, I don't experience that issue as much. But the problem with Optimas, I run Optimas in my truck. I have an Optima in the Pacifica, the Red Tops. Got nothing but good things to say about them. So as soon as I get the other 2 batteries, I'm definitely going to have Brent up here and get this going. Right now, I'm going to make it work off the 2 batteries I got. I thought I was doing something slick by putting 2 batteries in the boat. Come to find out, that's what most people have anyways. So they have one for the main motor, one for the trolling motor. I had them both linked together, which is why I was actually getting longer out of them. But the problem is when they both die, then I'm all the way out. Let's see here. My brother was an MP. Not sure where in Korea though. Yeah, he's right on the like literally the base that he's on. He can look over and he can see over, and it's absolutely insane the stuff that he was showing me. So very proud of him though. He's doing good over there. Married, got a kid. Of course, the wife and kid aren't with him in Korea, but I believe she's in Alaska yet because he was just stationed in Alaska. So he's gonna come back. And then he was showing me the stuff in Alaska that they got some really clean vehicles up there in Alaska. Another guy on Baser's got a '69 Ford F-250 standard cab long box with a 390 in it, and this thing is really really nice. And I'm like, you can bring that home with you. So you can just drive that one home, tow the Ram Charger behind it, just bring it home with you. I'll drive that one. But uh, Jody, good morning. I don't know if I said good morning to you already or not this morning, but good morning. Good to see you in here. Uh, Guys, don't forget when you get on the YouTube videos, make sure you like the video. Make sure you hit subscribe on it. It all helps out the Invasion Nation. And then, check out our other, check out Facebook and dropping another video today. Sweet. Volt 420. Good to see you in here. Yeah. So you're in the Black Hills right now, Brent? Back in the hills. I would love to be back in the hills. Oh, okay. I read that wrong. Dyslexia kicking in. Speaking of Alaska, you got to go check out Dwayne, Aussie, and Ossie Mountain, the federal homesteader in Alaska. Now, let me ask y'all something concerning that. Let me ask y'all something about that. Now, you see these guys, I catch these YouTube videos once in a while, these guys saying, I'm off the grid. But yet they're downloading YouTube videos. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, so make sure you guys go in, check out the YouTube page, the Redneck Invasion YouTube page. Check it out. Give it a like. Give it a subscribe. Hit the bell, notification bell, and eventually, once we get enough people watching, once we get enough people on there, the YouTube will actually start giving me money. um, so subscribe, hit the notification bell, and it'll tell you every time we post a new video. And you'll see that these videos with this S10 phone are absolutely insane. And then Vapor doing the editing on it has turned out really well. I think the nonstop running around is catching up with Vapor because we don't see him much. He hasn't been able to get on here much in the morning. So, and the subscriptions on YouTube don't cost anything. So I got a S9 Plus. Yeah, I've got the S8. We thought when I went to the S8 was really really good. I went from the Note 5 to the S8 Plus. I did not want to get rid of the Note 5. I love the Note 5. I'm probably gonna wait for the Note 10 to come out, and then I'm gonna have the Note 10. I like the Notes just because of the stylus and that kind of stuff. Because my big fat fingers screw up a lot of shit. So I'm probably gonna wait for the Note 10, and then I'll probably go get a new one. I watched other videos, not your morning show, just because it's better on Twitch. Absolutely. Well, the thing with watching stuff on Twitch is what people don't understand is you get to interact on here. You guys kind of dictate. Well, you guys actually do dictate the direction of the show. we start getting into certain subjects and things like that, and you guys really dictate the direction of the show, and we like it like that. The problem that I've had, like I've tried doing the live stream on YouTube. I've tried doing the live stream on Facebook. As you guys know, Facebook just kills me. Facebook, I mean, I can't read it. I mean, I have sat down with people and showed them side by side on phones. They're like, all these comments are blasting up on Facebook, and they get to see them all. I don't see half of them. And they're like, that's crazy. I said, welcome to my Facebook life. It is what it is. And then you look at YouTube, and I don't know what it is with their live streaming, but it's like, I just, it just didn't work. It's hard to keep up with it. Where Twitch, I do pretty well at because I can read your guys' comments and I can keep up. Can we get back to Trump and firing his poll people? I don't know a whole lot about it, Jerry. I just know that he's fired 3 out of the 5 for leaking information. He said the other polls that are being released right now that show Grope and Joe Biden leading him are all fake. That is all I've got for you on it. I will do some more research tonight, and see what I can do. I should have done some research last night, but I was too busy catching up with everybody on Twitch. I've literally over the last 2 weeks have not been able to see anybody or talk to anybody on Twitch. I pop in and out. I am going to try and make sure I got the mobile booster. I'm going to try and run that today inside the Suburban best I can. I'm going to run that and see how that works just for reception wise. We know that my phone is the issue, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my phone for the hotspot, and Ryan, good morning, good to see you. We are going to try and use my phone as the hotspot, and then I'm going to do it through the streaming phone and see what happens. But I don't know if I will be streaming from the truck today. I don't know that for sure, simply because of the fact that really the burb's just not really set up for it. I still have to figure out how to get TTS rolling. If I can figure out how to get TTS rolling in the truck, once we get the equipment issues figured out, if I can get TTS rolling in the truck, it'll work out really well because my truck is set up 100% audio Bluetooth. So I'll be able to hear your guys' comments and be able to respond to you better. And just got my notification that you're live on Twitch. Oh, wow. Gotta go to work. Boo. Later, taters. Have a good day, even though it's Monday. Absolutely, Justin. Thank you for being you, and we'll definitely catch you on the flip side. Thanks for stopping by the Invasion Nation Morning Show. Yeah. So, the thing is they're like, somebody goes, "You're having a lot of issues streaming." It's like, I'm just learning. Some of these guys have been doing this for years. Some of these guys have been at this 4 or 5 years. Some of them, like 30, he's been at it on and off for 5 years, live streaming and just taking it serious now. I did live videos. I did live videos on Facebooks on subject matters, but to get on here every day for 3 hours and do what I'm doing is a totally different deal. And learning how to pretty much stream wherever I'm at, is getting to be another thing. And we're learning. We're learning a lot of stuff. We're learning that there's certain equipment that is involved in doing it and that kind of stuff. So it takes time and money. The Redneck Tech and I have dumped a crap ton of money into this already, and we're just going to keep going. Because one, really enjoy it. Really enjoy doing this 100%. I will be looking into getting another moderator also, because we're going to need help with that. I'm going to need somebody to post up links once in a while and stuff like that. And some of the prerequisites that is got to be is you've got to know your computer very well, because if you get a shit link and you open it, I do not want to be responsible for your computer crapping out, because I have no way to pay you for that. I have no way to fix that for you. Um, so it's gonna take. Uh, it's gonna take a little bit. But definitely gonna be looking for another moderator here to help out and do some stuff on here. Because if I start doing more weekend streaming and things like that, I can't expect one moderator to be on here all the time. Yes, I am rocking my Pumbaa shirt. I love my Pumbaa shirt. So the mobile Twitch is 5 or so minutes late with my notifications, but uh, I'm also prefer my laptop. Yeah, different devices get different delays. Like I have my Xbox hooked up to Ethernet, and my Xbox will outrun our phones when it comes to watching Twitch. So um, I learned last week it's a lot more fun. Uh, yeah, and the computer on Twitch, when you run a computer setup, um, when you run a computer setup, but you actually have more access, more control over what you're doing on Twitch. So, yeah. Anytime you're watching live streams, you got to remember one, it's just like watching anything, whether you're watching Netflix or watching uh, uh, YouTube or any of those other things. Anytime you're streaming video, it definitely takes some serious battery juice to do it. Um, like Lolly, she has external battery pack. The Redneck Tech gave me one that'll recharge my phone one time. Hers will do it twice, I think. But yeah, it'll tell you if you look in your phone and you read the stuff in there. It'll actually tell you how much battery life to expect when you're streaming videos and stuff like that. Look at this. I'm having a tech talk, and I don't know shit about tech, but I know enough about it from what I've learned. Uh, Usually, what happens is, and this is one reason I love Verizon, is because I'm able to go into the corporate store and say, "What in the hell are we doing here?" Oh, he's learning. Tech's proud of me. You know, I'm teaching him how to barbecue. He's teaching me about technology. Uh, Redneck mother-in-law. Ladies and gentlemen, I need some emoji love for my mother-in-law. She got me a fillet knife over the weekend for Father's Day. Got me my Rapala electric fillet knife. Yeah, can I get some emoji love? Huh? Huh? Can I get some emoji love for my mother-in-law? Yeah. Uh, Definitely by all means. Can we get the emoji love up there for her? Blow up the shit talker. We actually had fresh fish. I got to have fresh fish on uh, Father's Day, courtesy of my mother-in-law. So yeah, I'm absolutely 100% ecstatic about that. Brought fish in the house, cleaned them up, and Lolly fried them up. Her first time frying up fish. So yeah, it was absolutely great. Uh, and then my dogs managed to break into my bank account and buy me a couple of spinner baits, and uh, Lolly got me a lead bottom sunfish. Um, yeah, so a little too early for topwater yet, we found out, but it's getting close. The weeds are getting up there. Just waiting for the frogs to make an appearance. So, Tex, good morning. Good to see you. Welcome to the Invasion Nation Morning Show again. So, yeah, got to have fresh fish. Absolutely amazing, by the way. Butter fried it, cast iron skillet. So, uh, so yeah, the tech's been teaching me quite a bit about stuff. I mean, I'm absorbing it as much as my hick brain will uh show my pictures. I literally caught a sunfish on a big spinnerbait, half-ounce spinnerbait. You believe that? Yeah, big old freaking spinnerbait, man. Racked a sunfish on that son of a bitch. Everybody thinks I'm kidding. Here's the worst part. Then we go back into the. If you guys remember Saturday, those who were watching me Saturday, I was showing you how the channel back to the bay was weeding over pretty good, and Lolly was fishing for birds, and we went back into a tree, and that big old sunfish, that big old bluegill, done swam its ass up out of the basket, and I'm like, son of a bitch. So we ended up coming home with 3 largemouth bass. A lot of people are like, oh, you eat largemouth bass? Yes. The trick that I found with largemouth bass that makes them taste a lot better is I cut the bloodline out of them uh, before I fry them up. It seems to work out absolutely phenomenal. People like them. Send me the pictures. Let's see here. We're gonna see if this works here. See, I'm learning, guys. I'm seriously learning this. I have to go through a 3-part process on my phone. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All right, let's see if I can get this up here right quick. We'll open a new one here, and then we'll go up here. I think I'm doing this right. We'll show you guys the sunfish first. I literally cracked that dude on a. My wife got me the heavy duty 4x6 flag from Uncommon USA to fly in the front of my house. That would definitely be nice. So that's one. That's a sunfish. And then here was another one there. That dude literally drugged me right through the weeds. Uh, that dude drugged me right through the weeds. Good fish. Um, the really big ones I don't keep. I throw them back unless it's going to be a record breaker, just simply because of the fact that I um, show you guys some of the stuff here. If I do this right now. Is that on there already? Oh shit, it's already on there. What am I doing? Boom. See, and I don't know if this is going to be the right stuff here. Like this here, this is the primer on Amazon. And then this here, this is a 4 bank charging deal, and I don't know anything about these, but the ratings on them come back very, very well. Uh, the This is a 4 bank charging deal, which is what I would need. Right now, I'm using my single battery charger. It is not a trickle charger. My battery charger is designed for whipping over diesel trucks. So, one, it's not throwing in a full charge. Now, this is a 4 bank setup, which is what I would need for the boat, simply because that way I can hook in all 4 units at one shot. And it'll actually trickle charge them where I just plug it in, leave it plugged in. Uh, Trickle charging will give me a full deal. And then these are the batteries. Um, these are the ones that everybody was saying. Talked to a few guys, fishing guys, and they said that is the battery that they all run, are absolutely happy with it. And then, of course, I was doing some. This is a fuel pump, the cheapest part of the whole process. $20 for the fuel pump, but it's 117 for the primer. Uh, uh, did you guys see the video about the guy in Orono, Minnesota, and his flag? No, I did not see that. So, and then I was looking at new pedestals and seats, the adjustable pedestals, and then the economy seats. So, I was looking at all that stuff. What was this? Oh, these are those Max Oaks. I was looking at those too. The Max Oaks are basically uh, power battery packs that people not know I have a morning show to do. Yeah. Yeah, the reason I want to do the adjustables because when I take other people fishing, say like my dad or whoever, and I take people out there, I want them to be able to adjust the pedestals for them to be able to move up and down so they're comfortable. Um, so that's kind of the objective behind it is having adjustable so they can go up and down. I thought about doing the pop in ones, but I realize the fact that the pop in ones on the poles are not rated for guys as big as me. So yeah. Uh, but anyways, yeah, that's kind of what I was doing. I trigger his OCD. Hmm. What do you think about that, dude? I suppose I should move back over the talking screen. If you guys haven't met Tater Tot up there, the Redneck Voyager, my niece made that actually. Uh, he's up there hanging out with the troll on the shitter and the bobblehead sigh and the moonshine bottle. But yeah. One of the things is when you got a goal in your head. You guys ever hit like set forth a goal in your head and be like, yeah, I'm gonna get to that. This is what I want to do, and then it's like the anticipation to get there. Um, like you guys have because of you guys, I found that I want to be a full time streamer. I want to do this. I really want to do this. Well, actually, my niece made it for a art fair project or an art contest, and then they were gonna throw it away, but then she's like, well, she thought that maybe I'd want it for the morning show, and she was right. I absolutely love the thing. I wonder if I can get that. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull it down over there without making a big mess. So, he is a Voyager. Oh, sorry. And then, represents me very well. Got the fish. Got the fish there. And then, got beaver pelts hanging out. And it's actually really cool because they made it out of a 2-liter bottle in the backside of them. But, yeah, he reminds me of one of the Muppet things. It's like, I could be hiding underneath the desk. This microphone works well enough where I could be hiding underneath the desk. And he can be talking like this, and he can be like, uh-huh. Hey, huh. Listen here. Oh, my bad. I literally, you suck on that. I literally was doing that all day yesterday when I got him. And I was sitting upstairs in the living room and I was talking. And we were talking about, like it's a soft I don't have my headphones on, but I can hear it. He's got the baby sharks right there. So, yeah. Yeah. All right, Don, thank you very much. Appreciate that. That's all right. So, yeah. He is now going to be a... It's got to be an easier way. Got to be an easier way. Oh, you guys and your baby shark bullshit. Good night. Little Miss Airhorns must be sleeping. I know where you live. All right, Clint, we'll holler at you later. Baby shark bullshit.
Here you suck dicks. Here you suck dicks. Sir. Here you suck dicks.
Oh, yeah. I need to reconfigure the soundboard. I need a button on it that goes asshole. Like the little kid from Meet the Fockers. Yeah, I need that on my soundboard. I'm going to need that. I'm going to figure out which one to get rid of. Just remember this, Tech. And a whole lot of people that are going to watch this on YouTube and on Facebook are going to be like, oh, fuck you. Yeah. There's such a thing as a wireless microphone you could use in the boat for streams. I was having a hard time hearing you in the truck Saturday. Yeah, we definitely got to look into that. That's one thing we've already decided that we've got to look into. But like all things, money. Give you guys an idea, just like, you've heard the spiel before, but I mean, every little thing that we've added, I mean, we've had stuff that we bought and we've failed. We've bought, things that we've bought to try out. Like the tripod that I now have permanently mounted to the boat with lag bolts. Bought 2 of those. Those were epic fails. But I figured out a way to repurpose those. Like the wrist holder, does not work very well on my wrist for fishing. So, when the tech gets time, we'll get stuff posted up on the Twitch. Oh, yeah. Right there. I love Mondays. Oh, yeah. Turned out to be one of them mornings. Mm-hmm. Oh, thanks, Gus. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go ahead. Make my day. Go ahead. Make my day. Go ahead. Make my day. Go ahead. Make my day.
Oi, 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 oi.
Light it up! Light it up like Christmas. Oh. This Redneck Invasion coffee mug is still holding out. I have not wore the crap off of it. Still the same original one. It's rolled around in the truck and everything. It rolled around on the floor of the truck for about a week. You fix the store, probably have to refresh it, I bet you. Yeah, I'll have to refresh it. Thanks, Gus. I appreciate them 200 biddies.
We're making them dirt road dollars. Way out yonder, having them holler.
There we go. Ah, we're back up there. Miss Ollie ordered herself a pink helmet t-shirt. So, you were successful in waking up Little Miss O'Hearn. She says, stupid people, funny how her tune changes when the tides are turning. 30 says his gear was 100%. Yeah. They've been rocking that stuff out over there on 30 says. They use the tumblers constantly. They're always using the tumblers. Yeah, we sent them a load of gear over there just as a thank you for all their help and things like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at there. Cheers, shared rewards to 3 others in chat. Nice. My shirt should read, I don't lick windows, my husband does. Bullshit. Puma's doing just fine. He was out there yesterday trying to revamp the pool. Pushing the dirt around, trying to push it back into the pool. If you guys weren't watching 30 stream last night, by the way, if you get a chance, you get on there. If he gets on today, you want to see the clip of him biffing it yesterday. he ate shit on the dirt bike. He didn't realize his brother had come and pulled the brake pads out of the rear of the dirt bike yesterday, so he took off. Came flying around a corner, and all he had was front brakes. Ended up eating shit yesterday. Little Miss Airhorn, good morning. Brett, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate them 20 biddies.
Making them dirt road dollars way out yonder. Have them hollers.
Oh, no. Chad, why? Helmer Twitch. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Invasion Nation Morning Show. Also, one of the things that I am... Oh, God. Why do people hate me? And then it's my own tech guy. The things I am willing to go through to become a full-time streamer, and apparently not having any eardrums left are part of it.
Do you suck dicks?
Yes, he does.
Do you suck dicks?
Yes, he does.
Do you suck dicks?
Sir, no, sir.
Bullshit, I'll bet you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
Sir, no, sir.
I had a nightmare last night that, Crooked Hillary would never be in prison. Say it ain't so. Listen, after her congressional session about her emails, I don't know how she's not, but they're adamant about getting Donald Trump there. What movie is that from? That is from Full Metal Jacket. One of my favorite all-time movies. A group of guys go into the Marine Corps boot camp, and end up going to Vietnam. So, and they all took on different walks in, throughout their deal there. FMJ is like 2 movies in one. Absolutely it is, because you go through the boot camp process and the war process, and it's been one of my mine and my dad's been one of our all-time favorite movies for a long time. Walmart has hearing aids. Yeah, definitely love the Full Metal Jacket. It is definitely by far one of my favorite movies of all time, and probably always will be. I watch it every time it comes up on TV. Even watched it. I think Netflix had it for a while. So definitely a great movie. I encourage everybody to watch it. It's real. I mean, it's a movie, but you ask a lot of people, a lot of Marine soldiers from back then, they said that's a pretty accurate portrayal. So, and it's got a lot of punchlines in it that are funny, and it's got some real serious shit in there. It's got some real life stuff in there. So, and this is before a time when they had things of like post-traumatic stress disorder. They didn't have stress cards. You went in there, you were completely brainwashed and made to become a killing machine. So, I don't know. I really like it. If you get a chance, check it out. Yeah, definitely a great movie. I don't know. I kind of like some of them. Some of the military movies I really, really like. Be right back. Where are you going? We're not at the coffee break yet. Unless I'm thinking of a different movie. Oh, there's some funny parts in it, but it's not a comedy by any means. There's definitely some funny parts in it. But, I don't know if they ever made a parody to that movie. think it was Downward Periscope or something. I believe was National Lampoon's. Uh, was that their parody to like Top Gun or something? I don't know. Top Gun was a good movie, but it's like really, really. Uh, Thinking of Stripes. Yeah, Stripes was definitely a funny movie. uh, so the other thing is as I'm learning this process. I mean, this is getting to be a thing. Like at first, I didn't think the booster was working until we did the speed test, and then the booster that we got that it actually works really really well. Was quite impressed with it. Some of the other boosters that were out there, I mean, they've got the live U packs. They're like $1,200 a piece. I don't know exactly how they work, but for what we're doing, this thing works great. Eventually, I'd like to have a few of these boosters just because it's very hard on equipment when you have to continue to transfer it from spot to spot. It's hard on cords. It's hard on cables when you gotta uh, when you gotta transfer stuff um, from location to location. So uh, back. Uh, I'm more into the show Meat Eater at the moment. I think one of the movies that really got me was the movie Deer Hunter. That one was crazy. Um, that one was that's another Vietnam era movie. That one definitely got me. Um, but where was I going? Oh, duh. As I'm learning to do this with these mobile devices, the booster, like having a permanent setup in the truck, a permanent setup in the boat, and then one I can swap from the fish house to the camper, uh, is going to be the ideal setup when I get there. The thing that I really like about these boosters is that they're 12-volt power. Uh, I saw it in theater the first time shown. That's crazy. My dad actually had it on VHS, and I sat down and watched it with him, and I'm like, that is insane. So that was the first time I seen Deer Hunters on VHS at home on our TV. But yeah, when I look at the booster setup, I like the fact that it is one. It is. We also found out that their instruction guide is not exactly accurate because it says that the inside antenna, as it's called, uh, if you put that closer to the phone, it does actually get better signals. So um, I'm gonna make something to where I can keep it hooked to the phone at all times, so that way it continues to get better signal. Uh, what about Mississippi? Is that a Vietnam? I don't know if I've seen that one. I don't know if I've seen that one. I might have. I've seen a lot of war movies. We should watch the movie censored on stream sometime. Yeah, we could definitely do that. One thing that I'm going to be doing when I go full time is we're definitely going to be looking at different stuff, uh, doing some viewing parties, putting some stuff together. One thing I definitely am looking forward to is I'm not going to do a product review on these boosters right away. I want to get a couple of them. I want to run them. So far, they've shown to be themselves, but I'm one of the things that I'm learning from people like 30 is the longevity of some of this stuff. Uh, I want to see the longevity of this stuff. See how it works. 30 uses those Max Oak battery packs. They're used for powering laptops, and they're supposed to be very good. Um, and they're actually cheaper than a boat battery. And if I got that for my live streaming stuff, but I kind of want to see. I kind of want to see because that's what he uses when he's out. When he's out off location, and he says they work pretty well. So I definitely would, if I could get one or two of those to run in the boat just for the streaming part of it, and then get a couple of those batteries for just running the trolling motor, I could actually be out fishing a lot longer. So I want to find a different fishing hole one for midday streaming. Or either that or I'm going to have to get into doing some more trolling. Lake Nunya seems to die off about the middle of the day really, really hard. Like, we'll see the fish. We'll see them in their thick as thieves, but they just won't bite. So, all right, Ryan. Catch you on the flip side. Thanks for tuning in. Got to go finish chores. Let's see. Take the booster with you. See if your calls are better. I have pretty good phone reception, except in a couple of areas, and that's where I'm really going to test it out. We're going to test it out and see how it works there. I just got to get it set up in the truck where it's not interfering with all the other stuff we got going on. Yep, we are up on a coffee break. Thank you, Jerry. I don't even pay attention to that half the time. It's the top of the hour, guys. We got 1 hour left. Yeah. So let's blow it up. Let's get some of them coffee break emojis up there, and yeah. Get them up there. You know the deal. Got to blow up shit talker. Mother Nature's not calling, so now I can actually wait for this. You can do better than that. All right, Chad. We'll catch you on the flip side. Wow. You can tell it's Monday. Even you guys are dragging ass. Good. Now I don't feel so bad. All right, guys. We'll be right back here shortly. Welcome back to the Invasion Nation Morning Show. Brought to you by yours truly, Redneck Invasion. Also brought to you by Romaine Berg. If you have a business, you owe it to yourself to check these guys out and see what they can do for your business today. Unless you don't like making money. Plain and simple. You know, or if you don't want any more money, then don't bother. But otherwise, you owe it to yourself. Check them out. See what they can do for your Romaine Berg down in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Also, guys, listen. Mill Pond Salon, okay? Mill Pond Salon. I showed you last weekend, or the weekend before last, that you can go out there, you can fish, you can catch fish. While she's in getting her hair did, her nails did, you can make all day fishing out there. You can bring your boat, you can do whatever. You could make it an all day deal and you'll be right there in the vicinity. You can make an entire family day out of downtown New London. Plenty of little shops down there, places to eat, brewery, all that fancy stuff. So go check out Mill Pond Salon in downtown New London. Also, want to give a shout out to Iams Garage, who is currently fixing my truck. I do have to replace all the bearings in the rear end. Lucky for me, that's cheap in comparison to having to completely redo the entire rear end. So thankful about that. Yeah, and KJ's Quick Stop, always looking out for me, keep me going on the road. 24 clips, good to see you in here. What is happening? I went into 24 clips of stream last night, and he was playing some game. And I don't know, it's kind of like a Minecraft style game, but not really. Basically, you're building this big giant raft and you're catching shit and you're building shit out of garbage and yeah, raft. So it looks like a PC game that I might be able to do at my pace. Might have to try it out. Boss lady, what's happening? I thought you were in here. You might have been. It's Monday. We're not supposed to be doing this shit, right? So, other than that, as you guys know, we did. I didn't do any streaming yesterday. It was Father's Day. I know a lot of streamers did. I did not. I chose to use it as my day off and hang out with my wife and do some other stuff. You know, I don't know what other stuff really is, but we did some fishing and did some testing and checking stuff out. We learned that our garbage can is absolutely rotten, so it's going to stay out by the road until we get a jug of bleach. I'm just going to leave it down there. So, really, that one gets you a ban. Thank you. Come again. I'll take care of that one myself. Yeah, I don't tolerate any racist stuff here, any derogatory stuff towards children. It takes quite a bit to get banned from my channel, but he definitely was on a mission to do it and found a way to get it done. So, yeah, unfortunately, that is what it is. When you come in here seeking attention and you want to overtake the show, that is not going to happen. So, other than that, wake up. Yeah, he's been lurking for a while. He was in here last week, too, and was starting some stuff and then mellowed out. And I thought maybe he'd mellow out and just chose not to. So, I don't know what his deal was. Just as toxic as Weatherbug. Yeah, I'm, I don't know. I hate having to do that to people, but you're not going to come in here and say some stuff like that. Where are you going? What are you doing? Where do you think you're going? You ain't going nowheres. Little Miss Airhorn's rolling out of here. It's like, my eardrums can't handle anymore. She's like, I'm too tired. I got to go back to bed. Oh. So, um, yeah, I need to get down here and clean this back up again. I was down here doing some research last week, and I got notes strewn all over the place. Uh, yeah, I'm learning quite a bit as far as places to go and news sources to go to and things like that. And I'm definitely working on freeing up some more time to do stuff. I'm kind of thinking about doing. I want to get on more towards the nighttime, occasionally a couple times a week, and catch you guys. Um, Not so much doing the outdoor stuff, but even just sitting here in the Invasion Nation studio. I mean, one thing we definitely know is if I'm down here in the studio, everything works right. And being able to talk about stuff. I'm also thinking about doing a roundtable setup where I can bring on guests and other Twitch streamers and things like that, and basically ask them a line of questions and what they think, and ask them to explain their answer. So, uh, some people really don't like to get involved in that just because of the fact that then they're on record for where they stand. So, but some people do. Me, I have no problems doing it. I do it every day. I get on and tell people where I stand or what I believe, and I can definitely have my mind changed with the right points being brought. And I was talking to some people, like some of us were talking that, how when I first had the privilege to vote as an adult, I voted Democrat because Democrats used to represent the people, and I'm not going to lie about it. I used to vote Democrat. That was my thing. And I don't know, in the last 11 years or so, they've just taken an absolute asshole turn. I don't know what they're doing. They used to be about the people, but now they're not so much about the people. Um, you know, they're it's like whoever has the craziest ideas win. I mean, they're talking about Joe Biden leading the polls, which is fine, but this guy has flip flopped on every political platform that he used to stand on, that he'd been standing on since the 70s, and he flops back and forth on it depending on who he talks to. Have you heard any more from that gal that's running against Ilhan Omar? I can't remember her name. No, we have to set up a line of questions for her. I have not had time to get the line of questioning set up for her. But we're hoping to do something with her. It's just a matter of making the time and getting the time to do it. And then we will probably feed her in. She'll be at a remote location. So, what are some of the stuff on your guys' mind? What are the kind of stuff that you guys would like to see asked? That's actually a really good question. I don't like that they want voters to say if they are which party on ballots. It depends on what person's stance, and that's what it is. I mean, simply, you don't have to identify with a personal political party. You can, um, like people ask me all the time. Uh, but the question would be, where would you guys, where? And the funny part is he said it, and I had her name written right here. Uh, and that's the way I vote too. I vote up based on the person and what they're offering to do. I don't care what political party they're standing with. My basis is, okay, what are you going to do for me and my family? I think if it doesn't get to the point where there's and name calling or degrading comments, it would be great. Right. Well, the thing is we need to come up with a line of questions for Danielle, and the question is what would you guys like me to ask her? What would you guys like some answers on? You know. Matt says Second Amendment, voter ID, term limits, abortion, and balanced budget. To branch off of that, the Second Amendment, I want to find out where she stands as far as it's constitutionally written. Um, where does she stand on that? Or does she believe that there should be uh, uh, there should be restrictions? That the government should have uh, uh, I believe on abortion she is pro-life. I believe that's what her stuff has said. Yeah, and car parts guy with the red flag law, that goes in with the Second Amendment. My question, with her, would be the Vapor. Good morning, good to see you. Um, yeah, so it would definitely be definitely be a question Second Amendment wise to find out where she stands on the whole thing. The red flag law is definitely an issue here in the state of Minnesota. Uh, I think if Republicans play it smart here in the state of Minnesota, they could definitely overtake, because with the all the talk of increased taxes and all the talk of more and more taxes in a state that has a surplus budget, and then you have the rural areas of Minnesota who are tired of sticking money into the infrastructure of uh, sticking money into the infrastructure of Minneapolis, St. Paul, while the rural communities out here are getting band-aids on their shit roads and um, constantly being overlooked. You know, I think there's something to be said for it. I'm really curious as to see where she would stand on term limitations too, because of course most people getting in her position don't really want to talk about it just because of the fact that this would be her job. Do you kick them out after 8 years, or what do you guys feel that the term limit should be? You know, uh, I know she's a pro supporter of the wall, from what I've read. Uh, 2 terms maximum. Now you understand that that would be 4 years and they're done. Presidential term can actually go 10 years, 2.5 terms. Most usually only take 8, but they can go 10. I feel no more than 8 years. Autocorrect hates me. Her opinion on redistributing or redistricting. David Nermy, good to see you. Uh, yeah, I can actually move this over a little more. Sorry, I'm here reading the screen and writing down your guys' stuff. Uh, you should debate Destiny. There's a few people on Twitch that I would actually like to get on their show, but they won't let me on. Probably because I come with an educated viewpoint. Like there's one guy I was watching, no lie. This guy was 100% saying that the Constitution of the United States should be abolished. Saint Sherman, thank you for the follow, greatly appreciated. 2 terms, get rid of campaign finance reform.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, I could. I could definitely see that. I'm all for term limitations, but I'm also this is where I stand on this. I don't think a politician, especially one that is voted in by the people, I don't think they should have the privilege of making any more than the median household income of the area that they're representing. That's what I think. 8 to 10 years max, illegal to lobby after. Oh yeah. So I mean, when it comes down to one of the things that I remember is I was listening to the radio and I was actually in prison in California, and they were talking about. They were originally, this was during the Obama administration. They were talking about reform for senators and Congress people and their pay. And I can't remember her name out of California. Maybe it was, I don't remember who it was, but she's like, I need my $187,000 a year. When the median household income of her area was something like 60 something $1,000 a year. Don't you think that Trump recognized Golan Heights as Israel land as an act of aggression? I don't know. I guess I don't know a whole lot about it. I know as far as the land over there, I mean, historically it is Israel's. I mean, historically the land over there that's being fought over by the 3 major religions. You would talk about the Jewish and Israel. All the other religions over there fighting over it are based on the Jewish Torah. So I mean, rightfully it would be theirs. I mean, if we're going back to the principality of it, I mean, it would be theirs. I mean, what I don't understand is with all the other countries out there, all the other Muslim countries out there, all the other Christian countries out there, why it is that the Jews can't have that one to be theirs. Why does everybody have a problem with them having, especially a group of people who have been enslaved, who have been targeted more than any other group in America? Wow. Hamster free. Nice. That is a hell of a screen name if I've ever seen one. uh, so I don't know. And you can't always say that that's the deal, but I mean, if Israel has it, then it should remain theirs. Eliminate the Cadillac benefits they receive. Yeah, when we talk about Congress reform, I have a lot of opinions on that. Um, I they should be subject to the same things in the areas that they're representing. Like this lifetime security, lifetime pay. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that ever. I mean, how many of these politicians get up on Capitol Hill and become millionaires? I mean, you take Obama. Obama's a president. What does the president pay this now? $200,000 a year is what they get paid now, and with all the little things that they got, now they're millionaires. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. And Jeepers, we're all over the board here today. Salary should not be 175K, no pay raises. Um, do they actually pay taxes up there? Do they pay an income tax on their salaries? I'm wondering if they pay an income tax on their salaries. And we've had investigators come out and say that a lot of these politicians have their hands in these businesses that are under such controversy, and that's why nothing is done about them. We had Scott Stillman right here in Minnesota said you would not believe uh, president's salary is 400,000. Wow. Uh, after how well no politician should get paid after how well they do what they promise. If you do a horrible job, you get scrap money, and if you do a good job, then they get paid better. Performance based pay. Now, that is an interesting concept. Let the people vote on your salary. That is actually an interesting concept. I guess I've never looked at it from that. After they are out of office, when you are done, get a job, support yourself, and yes, to whoever said no lobbying afterwards. Here's my thing. All right, now let's talk about pay after the out of the office. Now, I believe you should get some kind of supplement pay. I don't believe you should get your salary, but you should get some type of pay for your contributing benefits. Like the military, they get a pension, or they get their health. Their maybe put them in so they have to go to the Veterans Association or go to the Veterans Hospital like everybody else does. Maybe we create a Congress hospital. Um, Lobbying should be abolished, and politicians can't get paid well in order to avoid corruption. More transparency when it comes to business meetings in tropical resorts and their stress relief activities. Uh, I Here's the thing. Um, I fully understand a couple of things about government. Okay, government has to make some decisions that people just can't know about. I understand that. I understand that 100%. All right, and the reason I say that is this. Okay, there are some things that happen on the military side, national defense, things like that the American people cannot know about. Not only for the safety and security of our country, but for the safety and security of our interests. Donald Trump took that stance as soon as he got into being a president. Said no more. You guys will find out after the fact, after things have been executed, but you're not going to know beforehand. We're not going to continue to jeopardize the safety of our people. We're not doing that. Showing the corruption that needs to end. He is using it to his benefit totally. He has enough money to pay for it himself. It's no secret that Obama got a hell of a kickback from insurance companies. I don't know exactly how he got it, but I know for a fact that it did happen. He was under a large criticism of it, but because of however they got it through and how it was done, it's been done. And of course his wife writes I don't know how, but a bestseller book that is absolutely asinine. The stuff that she's teaching people. But hey, whatever floats your boat. I haven't read the whole book yet, so I don't want to comment on too much of it. I've I mean, whoa, flash. What the hell's going on there? Uh, I have not, nor will I buy her book. Do you think it will be Biden or Sanders against Trump, and which would be easier to beat? I think it's going to be Biden. Bernie Sanders is way too far out there. I don't think that, in all honesty, I think it's going to be Joe Biden because that's the one that the media keeps pushing. I think Bernie Sanders is just a sideshow to distract people. Um, I do believe that. Uh, I don't know. Donald Trump pulled it out last time. He had 95% bad press in his run for the presidency last time, and the American people spoke when it came to it. They said that Hillary won by popular vote. I don't know exactly how that is, but yeah, for the most part, I don't I don't foresee Trump getting beat this time around. I know they're trying to push it like he's not going to be president again, but this is where mainstream media screws up. When you continually underdog Donald Trump, he tends to come out on top. And and one of Trump's biggest deals, one of the biggest things that they've said that everybody said that they don't like is his attitude. But then there's a lot of people on the other side of the spectrum that love his attitude because he just doesn't take any shit and he says what he wants. And he takes actions to back up and do everything that he says he's doing. Okay, uh, by all means. He's also used these tariffs as leverage in other countries that seem to be working. He's been over to England and told them that as soon as you're out of the union over there, we've got you. We've got plenty. We can do plenty of business back and forth with each other to make sure that your economy stays stable. You know, he's a businessman and he's doing very, very well at that. He knows what it's like to have had, be all the way without nothing and build it back up again. He's very good at it. People criticize him because he's filed bankruptcy. Uh, but you know what? Back in the day, that's kind of what businesses did. You had multi-billionaire companies that would start companies they knew were going to fail, but it made a hell of a tax write-off. That's just what most businesses did. And now you want to criticize somebody who is, because they're the president, you don't like him, you want to criticize him for that. You know, but there's corporations all over the country that have done that. Uh, but in all honesty, I think you're going to see a Joe Biden, Donald Trump run for presidency, and I think you're going to see Trump coming out on top again. That is what I think is going to happen because nobody, the Democratic side has so many battles within and of themselves. I mean, they've got so many because of all the doors that they've opened. They have so many battles, and one of the biggest ones right now, and we talked about it last week actually, was men who identify as women. Should they have the rights and say-sos to make decisions for women? That is a huge debate right now. That is one of the biggest things. They opened this door. Republicans have kind of sat back and said, hey, y'all figure it out and come to us with what y'all think, and then we'll let you know what we think. But right now, you need to figure it out amongst yourselves. So, Biden would be better than Socialist Sanders in worst case scenario. I think if it came down to it, if Bernie Sanders did get it, he would get crushed. I really do. I don't think Bernie Sanders would have much of a chance against Donald Trump because the more and more people are educating themselves about socialism and the new voting generation that is coming out now, realistically is identifying more Republican side. Because it makes sense. It's laid out. It makes sense, and they want things that they can understand and things that they can you know, if Biden wins, he's going to cure cancer. I was talking to Matt Ram about this. Gen Z is conservative, and they don't trust media. Absolutely. Here's the thing. When I can't remember who I was talking to. Was it Tech or Matt, but I was talking to one of them about this. It's like, if you know the cure for cancer, why are you holding it back now? That would guarantee your presidency, by the way. If you have the cure for cancer, why are you not just coming out with it? I was laughing. It was a meeting in Sweden they called Brilliant Minds. Obama, Gwyneth Paltrow was speaker. Secretary John Kerry. Fuck, I was pissed off. If Brilliant Minds, a meeting with libtards, all that was missing Nancy Poople. Nice. Uh, yeah. And here's the thing. With the generation that's coming out, this is kind of like a underspoken generation, but they're there. And they're coming out hard and they're coming out heavy because now you've got somebody like Donald Trump who's protected their freedom of speech to where they don't have to worry about being attacked and beat up around every corner, that schools actually have to take the time to protect them. I think you're going to see a much different voter turnout. Like in 2016, you remember all the Bernie supporters out there? I mean, even at the start of this year, you had some just dumb Bernie support. They were getting tattoos on their face that said Bernie 2000. Why would you do that? Why would you want to represent those kind of people? Like, I had a guy say, I'm going to go get a Trump tattoo. And I'm like, why? Well, because I support him. I said, well, even if he wins, he's only going to run these other 4 years. And he's done. And you're going to have his picture. It'd be different if, like, I know people who get historical tattoos where they've got, some of the most historical presidents tattooed on their body, and they've got, like, the Constitution and certain amendments written out and certain dates in historical history. They use their body as a platform for history. I've seen that, and it looks really, really neat. But when you ask why are you getting President Donald Trump on you, and there's lots of people who do it, well, just because he's badass. Okay, well, how are you going to explain that to your grandkids? They will need a mental health day after Trump wins. The Justice Democrats will turn the DNC into a mental health. Oh, good night. Oh, this is our known one. Hello? Hello?
And your family can get a great insurance plan at the price you can afford. And we make it hassle-free to sign up. We have pre-approvals ready in your area, including Cigna, Blue Cross, Aetna, United, and many more. Press pound to get a hassle-free assessment, or press star if you're not interested. Thank you for holding. Were you looking for an individual or a family quote today?
Family.
Family of how many people in what state?
2 in Minnesota.
I'm sorry, I can barely hear you, sir.
I said 2 in Minnesota.
Have you previously spoken with an agent?
No, the last time somebody called me, they hung up on me as soon as I said family. Just like you just did. I don't know what it is. I don't know how they figure it out. I don't get it. I must be on like a list, and all of a sudden, and it comes across the computer. Hang up on this guy. Hang up on this guy. I think it all started with the I think I got a bad rap from these telemarketers when remember the one that was going around for a long time about we've seen that you stayed at our resorts lately. One of our resorts lately, and we want to offer you a package. Now, mind you, I've never been on a cruise ship ever in my life. But apparently I went on some cruise and I did a video on it, which was taken down by Facebook. But literally, a telemarketer calls me, and I'm on there, and I'm like, yeah, I remember that. Is that the one with the hookers and blow? Because they give you a package option. And I was like, well, I want to go on that one again. I want to go on the one that had the hookers and blow on the boat. I want to go on that one. And they're like, well, you got to pick one. I'm like, I don't remember which one it was. I was so damn high, I just need to remember which one it was. I was just there, so tell me. When they say they can't hear you, tell them to push one for English. Damn. I hope we don't go to kids war with Iran. Our kids will die. Yeah. I literally. Here's the thing. When it comes to telemarketers, I love hollering at them. And this guy's like seriously like trying to get me. And then he's like, we need a credit card number. I said, you ain't told me if it's the one with the hookers and blow. I need to go on that one again. Man, I'm telling you, my shit hurt for weeks after that, but the blow was really good. I hope we don't go to war with Iran. Our kids will die. I don't know about that. I really don't want to see us going to war with Iran because I think politically it's political suicide for Donald Trump. It may be good, but I think it could be very much so political suicide. Travel buddy, what is happening? Are you you got to be close to be going or gone already? I know last week when I talked to you, you were within 5 days, so it might be day 5. My days are all jumbled together right now. 3 days to go. Nice. And Saint, just so you know, I've got some skin in the game also. My son serves in the United States Army. So I don't say these things lightly. I don't say this lightly when we have war talk and things like that. I do actually have skin in the game, so it's you know, but you know, as soldiers, most soldiers, real soldiers, they definitely, by all means, they know what they're signing up for, and the possibility of doing this. My son, when he signed up, the unit here had to go. Where'd they go? I think they went to Kuwait, and then they were also doing patrols, doing transport patrols to Iraq and Afghanistan. D. Red Fisher, how you doing? Been a while. Welcome back to the Invasion Nation Morning Show. Good to see you. Yeah. So, I don't say that lightly. Telemarketers, I love when they call. I just wish they would participate a little more. Maybe one of these days when I get rich and famous, I'll get a second landline put in and I'll just publish the number everywhere. I'll write the number on everything, everywhere, put it on every list just so we get telemarketers to call us a couple times per show and get it going. Yeah. One of the things that I definitely am looking forward to is I want to get set up to where I can run the show at least an hour longer, so I can catch more of our friends out on the West Coast. We have a lot of friends out on the West Coast right now that we are unable to reach on a regular basis because of the fact that for them, our show is on extremely early in the morning. Yeah. I got a buddy of mine that's getting calls out of North Carolina telling him that his social security number has been hacked and that it's frozen. And anybody who knows anything about government programs, they don't call you. They send you a letter. It's all about the paper trail for the government. So, oh, listen, if it happens and Travel Buddy's here, I'm gonna have Travel Buddy sit here and pretend to be me. I got a Mexican friend of mine across the road, and one of his friends over there speaks really badly broken English, so I get him to do it once in a while too. It's funny. I'm like, here, answer this call. He's like, what? And it's like it's a telemarketer, so he'll speak half English, half Spanish, and it's absolutely hilarious. Whoa. Yeah. Well, see, your accent's probably not weird in Germany, but here it would be. And for telemarketers who can't hardly speak English as it is, it's going to be absolutely hilarious. You have to get on there. We'll press one for English and be like, "Are you guys racist? You don't have one for Germans? You don't have a German option?" uh, yeah. You don't have a German. I feel highly disrespected. So, uh, I'm not living in Germany. I still live in Sweden. If we could do it. Listen, we should get the TTS going. Get the TTS going on the computer, and that way when they go in, you guys can just start saying my name where it goes. Nah, R3D neck invasion. Start blowing up emoji stuff, and they'll be like, "What the hell is that?" I'll be like, "I don't know, man. Ever since you called, my computer's gone off the shit." What do you mean? I don't know. What did you? Are you guys hacking my computer? Is this a government agency? Uh, just don't force me to use words with the R in it. Like three. Yeah. So, uh, I was brain farting here. One of the things that I want to talk to, I want to go back to the Daniel Stella thing. One of the things that I definitely want to talk to her is the infrastructure deal in Minnesota. Um, I want to talk to her about that in and of the sense that how she feels about all this infrastructure money is continually based down in the Twin Cities and rural areas are really foot in the bill and getting kicked in the teeth over it. Uh, I want to find out where she stands on that and why it is that we're band-aiding all these rural roads. Uh, and that's going to be really a thing for me. I want to find out where she stands on it and why. It's really easy. While right there, text says she would be okay with it. She's from Minneapolis, and that for me, that would be an issue. Okay, that's nice. You live in Minneapolis, but I live 2 hours away from Minneapolis, and I got literally band-aided roads that you guys just did last year that are falling apart already. Highway 71, the edges of the roads are busting out already. And I want to find out and ask her about that kind of stuff. Well, I understand I'm not her constituent, but overall basis, I mean, if how much is she finding out about her area? Because at the same point in time, I want to know how she feels about Mind waves. What's happening? Uh, yeah, I guess I live in a small town, small Texas town, and our roads are terrible. Infrastructure really needs work nationwide, rural and urban. Mind waves. You're absolutely correct in that. But here in Minnesota, what we've been finding out is, I mean, you go down to the Twin Cities right now, and it is nonstop road construction everywhere down there. Both ends of 35W, Twin Cities wide, or in the Twin Cities, Highway 10. Everything right in the Twin Cities, and it's been that way. They did what they called a major project out here in my area in central Minnesota, but really what they did is they took a big long stretch of road and they band-aided the issue very, very well. And it took them almost all last summer to do it, and here this summer it's already having issues, and we're talking serious issues. Um, I was just witness to, and I showed you guys the pictures and read you the article of an accident of a project that has been approved for the last 5 years here to get done on Highway 23 to uh, prevent more accidents in a small town called Howick, Minnesota. There's a ton of accidents there. There was 3 people on motorcycles killed out there last year. Um, and the way it is structured needs to be redone. And they could do it quite easily. The EPA, all the stuff that needs to be done to make it happen is already approved. They just need to do the project. But you've got 2 and 3 year projects going on down in Minneapolis, and they continue redoing these things. You know, instead of fixing all the roads and say where we throw in a light rail that is costing taxpayers, I don't know, a couple $1 million a year at least, because it's not making any money. It's really not, because when I was down in Minneapolis, you could get on the light rail for free. They didn't have the staff to come through and check on it. I mean, literally rode the light rail for free. Um, the bus system, it works, but because they're giving out so many free bus passes to they give out more free bus passes than they get people paying for them, and the people who got to pay for them are like, this is just getting ridiculous. It's cheaper for me to own a car. It's getting to the point now where something's got to give. And now they want to add more light rail, and they want to add other forms of mass transit to the Minneapolis-St. Paul area in hopes to reduce the congestion. It's just not working. My phone is literally going apeshit right now. Nice. When you get stickers, or when you get pictures of the Redneck Invasion stickers going on people's personal vehicles, that's just awesome. Uh, yeah, man. So yeah, we're officially going nationwide with these stickers. That's awesome. I'll put it on Facebook. Yeah, man. Uh, and it's like I said again. It's coming in with 200. Thank you very much for that. Damn. Well, I do support a bigger push for public transportation. Oftentimes, city planning and development is piss poor, leading to huge waste of taxpayer money, and that's exactly what it is. Um, and that's what the light rail. I mean, granted, there's been uh, as soon as I find this crap here. Uh, like the light rail system. 30 in the house. Good morning, sir. Good to see you. The thing is it's not that they're bad ideas. The problem is when they can't, I send it to you. It just takes a minute. You should be getting them via text now. The thing is like the light rail system. There's nobody there to monitor it. So if you get on it at the right location, you just ride for free. The city buses. The thing is, you've got so many people down there that are low income and things like that they're basically getting their bus passes for free. It's a constant losing money situation. I remember when I first moved down to the Twin Cities, they had the emission system. And the emission system, they really kind of put it in place to get people to ride more mass transit. But the thing is when every county didn't have to comply, people were just going out of the Twin Cities area to register their vehicles. So, yeah. 30, we were talking about your eating shit on stream yesterday. Mm-hmm. I did explain to him though that you had no rear brakes in the bike, that your brother came and jack food the brakes out of your bike. But Bree's supposed to be at work today, so we're gonna see if he clears the pool. We rode the light rail to the game from the hotel, saw disgusting things, and that's the other thing too. Is there's absolutely no, there's no security. There's no nothing. Like the transit authority down there, they're not on these deals. So, yeah, the infrastructure set up. They're good ideas, but the follow through on them just is absolutely horrible. And I'm tired of sticking money into a half-ass system. When you have legitimate things that need to be done, you have legitimate roads that need to be done. You have legitimate other things that can be done to better our transportation systems. And not so much, we've got plenty of mass transit. Let's fix what we got. Let's get that right before we add more to it. Let's see here. We rode the light rail for years. Our tickets have been checked twice since the rail came on. I was down there for 6 months, and I never once bought a light rail. Oh, yes, I did. I lied. I bought one light rail ticket one time because I was on there with a guy, and we were on there, and we basically thought it'd be a good idea to buy a light rail ticket because we got lost. Literally went all over Minneapolis on the light rail and had no idea how we got there. All right, guys, it is 10 o'clock. It is time for me to get out of here. It is Monday, so Monday is usually hell day for me, as well as Friday. So I greatly appreciate y'all. Make sure you guys go and check out 30 Says. Make sure you get to watch the clip of him eating shit. Coming around the corner and just straight eating shit. Does the tuck and roll very well, but he still eats shit. So, oh, yeah. And as we get going, guys, as things work out, as I get more to a full-time position, we will be extending the show for a half an hour. Oh, yeah, 30. I'm putting you on the spot, brother. Yeah, Mindwaves, I'm glad you made it in here, man. I greatly appreciate it. We're on 7 to 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Like I said, as I get to moving more towards a full-time position, I will definitely be extending the show for an extra hour for all you guys on the West Coast and stuff. The Tech and I have talked in great lengths about that and how beneficial it would not only be to our audience, out there on the West Coast, and make it a little easier for those guys to get on, I even told him I'm not opposed to doing a 5-hour morning show, just to accommodate that, and then take a couple hour break in between, and then move to the outside doing stuff outdoors. So, but mine ways, I greatly appreciate it. 30 as always. Thank you for coming in. Make sure you check these guys out. Go give them a follow, check them out. You know, I'm not the only guy on Twitch, so go out, give them support, and greatly appreciate y'all. Until then, y'all keep them cold, keep the bottoms up, and Redneck will catch you tomorrow at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling side-by